Hey everybody, what's going on? It's All You Know 1994. I hope you're all having a great day today. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the continuously dwindling player numbers that have been occurring in Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty in general this year. As you'll see from the screenshot here from Charlie Intel, Call of Duty on Steam peaked at only 84,431 players for Black Ops 6 Season 2's launch. In comparison to MW3 Season 2 launch week peaked at 154,000 plus players. So, as we all know at this point, Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty in general has just been in a very bad state of pretty much everything. There's not really much good going on with the game right now to really be talking in a positive manner. I know that a lot of people get annoyed by the fact that people just constantly seem to want to keep ragging on Black Ops 6, even though they believe the game is in a good state. And it's not to say that the game is completely broken and just unplayable. But, I mean, it does beg the question when your anti-cheat, after your major overhaul for the anti-cheat, it was completely broken within 2 hours of the update. It does beg the question as to whether this game is truly playable. And for that topic I'm going to leave for another video, because I kind of wanted more or less talk about the player counts in this video, but I will be discussing in either my next video or a later video the future safety concerns for this game. But to jump into the player counts, as you saw in Season 2 for this year, we only peaked at a little over 84,000 players for Season 2's launch in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. When you compare that to last year's Season 2 launch for Modern Warfare 3 2023, peaking at over 150k, that's a very drastic difference in numbers. And I think there's a lot of issues with this game that has contributed to that being the case. You know, obviously the anti-cheat being the biggest thing, I think, is, and then, you know, just overall desire for this game to be better than it is. And people are just really fed up with the way that this game has been treated and been handled over the last 4 months. And it just doesn't seem like it's getting better, but they just continue down this path of, I don't want to say not caring, but just seeming to not really be putting in the updates and the time to make this game better. And it's unfortunate because I've stated this in many videos before, and I know other people have said it in their videos and whatnot. This game was hyped up very, very, very much. If you recall, everybody was praising this game, saying, oh, Treyarch in Black Ops 6 is going to bring back Call of Duty into a better light. It's going to save the series. Modern Warfare 3 was terrible. Sledgehammer's terrible. They don't know what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, the usual treatment that Sledgehammer gets, and everybody is glazing and praising Treyarch because they think they're the messiah to the Call of Duty franchise. And, you know, to some degrees, I think Treyarch does do well in terms of development. But I also believe that Treyarch is not the developer and not the same people that we remember them as. A lot of people have to understand that Treyarch really was good, in my opinion, back when Vonderhaar was in charge. Because Vonderhaar, despite all his shortcomings and the treatment that he received, it seemed a lot of the time in those games when Vonderhaar was at the helm, they were better. And they got the treatment that they deserved. As with now, and this goes with, you know, most of the development teams that we have out there in the series now, it just seems like they don't really have the passion and the care that a lot of the older development teams had. And the player counts are proof of that. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's Steam charts. Take it as you will. You know, Steam isn't exactly the most popular choice for playing on PC COD. And I get it. You know, take it as you will. But player drops are player drops, no matter what platform you look at it on. And sure, maybe you could argue that on PlayStation, you know, it was back to being the #1 sold game on PlayStation with Season 2's drop. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of those players that came back for Season 2 quickly left after Season 2's launch when they realized that not really much has changed. You know, the anti-cheat, especially in Ranked and especially in Warzone, is still in shambles. And people have just lost patience with this game, and they've lost patience with Activision and Treyarch, and I don't personally blame them. There's no reason why you should have been touting this update to your anti-cheat like you were, and it completely is still in shambles. And we are expected to just be like, oh, well, you know, there's always Season 3. Like, no, that's just not the way things should go. In terms of player counts, we all know Black Ops 6 has been bleeding players for the better part of 2.5 months now, maybe even longer than that. And it's just for the simple fact that the changes that have been being made for this game just aren't enough to keep players on the game. I mean, there's no really other way to say it. Whether you agree or disagree, or whether you think Black Ops 6, from a multiplayer standpoint or a Warzone standpoint, is actually a good game, is irrelevant when you look at how much the players have been leaving to go play either Modern Warfare 3 or just other games in general. Other people are finding better alternatives than playing Black Ops 6 this year, and it shows with the continuous amount of players leaving the game. At this point, I really just don't know if there's a way to continue to bring back the continued amount of players that have left. I really just think we're at the point now where they have damaged this game's reputation and its image so poorly that no matter what they do, the game is just in its state, and it's just going to continue to get worse in terms of player counts. The game could get better mechanically over the course of Season 2 if they continue to work on the anti-cheat and into the next season. It could get better, but the fact of the matter is this game has left such a sour taste in so many players' mouths, with so many different facets of the game not being what it should be, and it hasn't lived up to the hype and the reputation that it was supposed to garner with this game, that I just don't see them really being able to do much to bring back the players that have left. Too many people have even gone as far as to turn off crossplay and convert themselves to a console player just to avoid all the BS that has been going on with Black Ops 6 just on PC. And again, I don't want to dive too deep into that because that's going to be a topic for a different video. But I don't blame them. I really don't. You know, this game, for whatever reason, has been plagued with so many issues that have been at such dangerous levels that I don't blame people for leaving the game, and I don't blame people for turning off crossplay, and I don't blame people for jumping ship to play console or just to play a different game in general. I don't. I am at the point mentally with this game as well to where I just don't see a reason to put time and effort into it like I should. The game, like I said, it has its issues, and it's not bad. I can see the potential, and that's the thing. A lot of people can see the potential behind all these issues, but for whatever reason, they just have chosen not to tap into that potential. It's almost as if they've just kind of given up at this point. And that's sad to say because I don't want to believe that. And I truly don't think it's true, but it does come off that way to a certain degree. And it's like I've heard say in their videos, you know, maybe it's because this game never truly got a 4-year development cycle like they like to make us believe. I think that to a degree, maybe it had X amount of years of development, but after that, I think that this development team was split down the middle. There was a portion of the development team that was dedicated to this game, and then there was another portion of the development team that was dedicated to the Black Ops 2 sequel that's coming out some point in the near future. I mean, there's no way you can argue that a game took 4 years to develop and it has this many issues and this many problems plaguing the game, and it just seemingly doesn't seem like things are going to get any better. It's just sad, you know. Black Ops 6, a lot of people put their faith in Treyarch, and because they believe that that company is the best company in the whole circuit of companies that make games for Call of Duty, but it just doesn't seem like the passion and the care is there, and that's just sad to believe because I don't want to believe that. But Black Ops 6, with the continuous loss of players, it shows that this game just isn't it, and hopefully the next game will be better. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and leave me a like and a comment down below. I would greatly appreciate it. If you disliked the video, go ahead and leave me a dislike. And this is All You Know 1994. Peace out.